Well, hello Australia, and we are here in Maui in Brisbane to pick up our new home for the next 8-9 days, this fantastic Sprinter. We're just going to try and get our bags in. Obviously we've got big cases and everything that we're trying to fit in here somewhere. We're just probably going to chuck them in. We'll sort all that stuff out into some cupboards later on, but we're heading down the coast, so ultimately we're going to be going to Sydney. So we're going from Brisbane to Sydney. We've got a few places to stop on the way down. Really looking forward to this trip. Had this booked for many months. Really can't wait, and fantastically we're trying out a big van. This is the second time we've tried one of these big vans, so we do know what to expect, but we're going to share our thoughts with you as we go down the coast and explore this beautiful area on Eastern Australia, and we've got some fantastic weather. Right, we're off, and this is our first drive in this lovely new van, isn't it? It's done 13,000 kilometres, so it's not brand new.
It's not a lot of miles.
But I tell you what, it feels brand new inside. So we're heading off down to Burleigh Heads in the Gold Coast, just south of the Gold Coast, and we're going to try and find a supermarket along the way because I'm parched and I need a drink. We need to get some beers in.
We've got some salt and pepper.
We've got some
washing up liquid at the moment. That's about it.
Well, some might say that's the bare essentials.
Nothing to wash up.
The lack of beer in the van is definitely a problem.
Yeah, problematic.
We've got to sort that out.
Need to find a BWS.
So BWS, beer, wine and spirit. They're very imaginative over here.
For those who don't know, you can't buy alcohol in a supermarket.
Yeah.
You have to go to the off licence. The off licence is usually next door to the supermarket, but it's definitely in a separate store.
And I'm thinking they've probably got that right.
Yeah.
Actually, so it just
can't
means
be
you've got
to alongside your milk and your beans and cheese.
You've just got to work a little bit harder to be able to get it. But hey ho,
off we go.
Let's go and find a BWS. And somewhere which sells some soft drinks as well. Yeah, probably some soft drinks too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Especially as we're driving.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right, well, we managed to finally find a Coles supermarket. I think it's Coles, isn't it? Yeah, Coles supermarket.
But there's no BWS. We're going to have to make do with Liquorland.
It's Liquorland here. And we managed to find a car park which doesn't have the silly hoop thing for 2.2 or 2.3 metres, because we did go into a Coles further up the road, did a very, very short trip around the car park and came straight back out. So we're about to smash the top off the van. So yeah, time to get some shopping done.
So we found what the UK is famous for in Australia. Clearly we have at the top here pot noodles, caramel wafer biscuits, Tunnocks tea cakes. Further down after the chocolate,
it's basically all the good stuff, isn't it?
Bisto, Paxo, some golden syrup, that's cracking Marmite. It doesn't called Marmite though, it's a delicious savoury spread of Armate, Branston pickles, Iron Brew for the Scots out there, and some mushy peas and ambrosia.
And the only thing we put in the trolley?
Brew burgers. Oh, and PG tips. Gotta have a good bit of tea here. That's what I call quite a good haul.
There is quite a lot of kind of half liquid. And half there.
Well, there's more. Well, when you count this, there's an awful lot of liquid content.
So half beer, half Diet Coke with a tiny bit of food, and one solitary bottle of wine and 2 apples. It's not
there's some bananas in there and some blueberries.
It's not a great look, is it?
Not a great look. I'm wondering how we're going to get down to it.
Right, I better give you a hand, hadn't I? We thought we'd just stop on the way down to Byron Bay just to see whether we can get a bit of lunch, although it's just past 3 o'clock now. and we're at Coolangatta, if I've pronounced that correctly. It's absolutely stunning. We did pull into quite a lot of the Gold Coast little resorts on the way down, and they are absolutely heaving. It's Sunday today and everybody has come down to the beach. The weather is stunning, just incredible. So yeah, just gonna have a bit of a wander, soak it in a little bit of lunch, then back on the road and back down to the campsite. So first night on this lovely looking site here at Byron Bay. We've finally made it in. We've got to get the van hooked up, figure out where the hookup cable is, where we plug it in and all that stuff, because it's looking a bit different to the UK, because Sarah spins round, you get one of these, and you don't usually get anything like this. So Sarah's just going to explain what that is while I just find this hookup cable in the back.
It's important to say we only get one of these doors, but this is our very own ensuite bathroom. So let's have a look. First look, you get your own key. In we go. Let's find some lights. There it is. So your own sink, dunny, and a nice shower. Lovely. Yeah. So don't get bath towels, but you do get your little hand towel and a couple of face towels and things, and obviously toilet roll, and looks like there's some body lotion and body wash and stuff in there, and a couple of plug sockets, and hey, hello. Really nice. So I think there was only something like 4 of these kind of pictures on this particular campsite, so yeah, we've been quite lucky to get one. Have you found the cable, Will?
I have.
It's got a funny looking plug on it.
Guess what? It looks like any other cable, apart from
funny looking plug.
It's got an Australian plug on it. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Come around here.
Let's
then.
have a look,
I'll show you where to plug it.
Haha.
Is
funny looking plug
like that, and it's weird because it's got the actual plug like built into the van, which you then shove one of them
the other
on.
way around.
So yeah,
okay. Let's hope they're giving us a long enough cable.
I think it's going to be around here. If you have a look. Somebody coiled it up nice.
They have. Did a nice job of coiling.
So I think
there we are.
There we are.
T3. That's us.
Plug that in. And that's all very non-waterproof, isn't it?
Well, in fairness, the box is waterproof, isn't it?
And hopefully now
we have power.
The van has come alive.
Which means we can have air conditioning when we need it. Hey.
It's not.
It's actually quite pleasant, isn't it?
Warm enough for that at the minute, I don't think.
Yeah.
But
during the day it would have been.
By the time we've done some cooking or whatever it might be, so.
Yeah.
Right, let's start unpacking. Right, well, we're finally set up. Everything's sorted. Didn't take that long. The time lapse makes it look a lot worse than it actually was. Although
and the sheer fact that the next video now it's pitch black out there makes it look a lot worse than it actually was.
It's 6:45 at night, but it gets dark at the moment about 5:30 at night, so there's not really much sitting around outside, especially in Australia where you might be killed by whatever bites you. So not mildly terrified about that at all.
Or scurried off your pitch by a magpie that's not particularly happy about you being here, or a bush turkey that comes and invades your dinner, or an ibis.
Yeah, with the really long black bills.
A little bit terrifying. One of them.
So on the way down we managed to get some fantastic looking Byron Bay brewery.
It's a lager.
Yeah, and even better, it's got twist off lids.
I'm just going to make a Oh no, I can do it.
Oh,
These
it's got
things
a...
normally tear my hands apart.
That's all right. It's got a lady lid.
It's got a lady lid.
So yeah, we're just going to settle in. We're going to have a nice crisp beer now. The fridge has been working overtime since we stuffed it full at the supermarket. And
then promptly rearranged it by doing some fairly harsh braking.
Yeah, there was an emergency stop on the dual carriageway, which was mildly terrifying. But I can now confirm that this Mercedes Sprint has excellent brakes.
Braking.
Yep, and I'm glad that you did the packing, not me, because nothing hit the windscreen, which is good. So yeah, I think tomorrow is a day in Byron Bay, just kind of wandering around, getting to know the area and all that kind of stuff. And then the day after, we are going...
diving with turtles.
I don't know, is that...
I have no idea what on earth you're doing.
That's snorkeling, I think.
Yeah,
that's the legs. I don't know.
We're moving the wrong way.
Go this
there
way.
We go. You daft bugger.
So yeah, we go.
It's a very early morning. We could only get on the 8 a.m. diving tour.
What is wrong with you?
So
yeah.
I really wanted to do it, so we're on the 8 a.m. tour.
8 a.m. tour.
But that's after we've had our 2 nights at the site.
It's
so
with...
turtles.
That's a manta ray. You do a turtle. You can do a better turtle than me. Is it?
They kind of have just long necks, don't they? Sort of swim and have a long neck.
I think we've reached the end of the evening. The glasses
very small glasses
are well and truly empty, and I'm afraid there's an evidence trail that Sarah's about to show you. If she doesn't fall over.
I'm not going to fall over.
Are you sure about that? You're trying really hard.
We have got some genuine Castlemaine 4X in there. Summer edition. Wow. What an evening. Are you a bit worse for wear there, Will?
I feel all right, actually. I think we've had a nice slow evening, just...
We have been here a good
drinking.
few hours now, haven't we?
Planning another trip.
We're going to go to the koala hospital. I'm so excited about that. Have you even been to Australia if you've not seen a koala? Did it actually happen?
It's very true. Very true. Right, let's get this stuff sorted out.
We need to get a bed created. It's gone 11 o'clock at night, and I'd imagine our fellow campers went to sleep 2 hours ago. So
yeah, Australians tend to go to bed reasonably early, so yeah. Yes.
Let's get that sorted.
Let's get this sorted. Let's get a bed out in here, and then we can get some shut eye and go exploring in the morning.
What you doing there, Will?
I am making coffee.
What did we bring with us?
The tried and tested manual Nespresso machine. We did think about bringing the Bellman, but it's just too big. It's just too big for the luggage. And Australia, for anyone who doesn't know, the coffee that you buy from pretty much anywhere is just supreme. So don't worry about being able to get a good coffee if you come here. But for early mornings in the van like now, this will do. It's all right. It's all right. So onward.
Still some trace there of last night's fun.
Welcome to the most amazing Byron Bay beach. So apart from jumping over here and going sitting on a rock there, this is as far east in Australia as you're going to get. Which is weird when you look down there and you can see something which looks like it comes out further.
It's going to be how the continents actually sits on the longitude, isn't it? It tilts. I keep hearing lots of and that sounds a lot like, this will make you laugh, the opening sequence to Breaking Bad.
Are you happy now you've got your fill of...
I have. Wherever we go, whenever we go on a proper big holiday, we always try and get a magnet for each place that we've been to. So
Turtle.
That one, turtle. Because hopefully tomorrow we're going to see some turtles. And we've got a sticker for in the van. Happy place. And it's happy place because they sing to you when you go to the toilet.
Yeah.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Get serenaded on the toilet.
But by a human or just on the radio?
No, it was like played to you.
I was gonna say,
it was giving you the countdown of how long you were allowed in the automatic blue kind of thing. All good.
well, I think we're doing quite well. We've managed to reach 1:30 today without having a beer, but
Not quite half one.
we've just
1:28.
We've done quite well. Half past one, and we're just about to have a beer, so cheers. Now this is one of our finds from today. So we're quite a fan of Yeti stuff. We like it, it's good quality. It does what it says on the tin, if you pardon the pun. And this Colster is something which we've never seen in the UK. So I don't think they bring these into the UK, but we couldn't help ourselves. We have bought a couple of these. And as you can see, you basically bung a can in it, screw this top shut, and then it's a thermal insulator for a can. So can of beer, you can put a bottle in it if you want to, and it's just a thermal insulator basically. So the theory is that this will keep our drinks nice and cold, means that they're not sweating either, so you know you're not getting damp or like rings on the surface or anything like that. And I think they're a great idea. So we're going to see how we get on with these, but so far so good, and it's certainly keeping my can of Coke cold, which I've got in there. So yeah, really a good fan of these. One of the advantages of being here in Australia is that I have amazing camp kitchens like this one. So this camp kitchen that we're in, we've just come down here, and we've got this hot plate grill thing here, which has got a temperature thing on it. This little thing here is just a fat tray, so once you've cooked on it, you can clean it all down, and that's where we're going to cook our sausages. So
I'm just going to show them the rest of the kitchen. So you get a good washing up sink, microwave, kettle, somewhere to actually sit and eat. There's some benches there, all nicely under cover. And you can see we've got some kids playing areas just over there. So what have you done there, Will?
barbecue grill spray.
Oh
yeah,
thanks, Coles.
So Coles and Woolworths tend to be the big supermarkets over here. There's usually one or both of those in pretty much everywhere that you go. Yeah, they've got a great selection of meats, all the different foods that you'd normally have, and anything that you need if you're going to do any camp cooking or anything like that. So just like any other supermarket, really. Right, see how long this takes to warm up.
So this is an actual holiday park. It's the Byron Bay Ingenia holiday park. So there's a nice little swimming pool there with some lounges and some nice places to sit. Bits and bobs over there. This is right down near the front of the site, so in the distance there is the reception building, where they've got some good leaflets, the bus timetables and bits and pieces like that. So you can see over there, got a nice kids sort of skate park with a bit of a baseball hoop and things, and then round the corner from there there's actually a kids play park, some slides and swings and bits and pieces. All looks quite good fun, being used anyway. Over in the back corner there's the route that you can take down to the beach, because this we're off the road that runs parallel to the beach that goes all the way into Byron and round and round and round. And there's Will still cooking the sausages. So what else do we get in the camp kitchen then? Let's have a look around here. There's a vending machine. And that looks like it takes cards and cash. Got one of our favourite packets of crisps up there, a honey soy chicken. Sounds a bit weird, but it's lovely. So $2 for that. That's about par for the course. It's similar to what you pay in the supermarket. And $2 for a Snickers. That sounds cheap actually compared to the supermarket. Water bottles and bits and pieces. So then you can always leave your food in the fridge if you want to. Now you just have to label it up. How's those sausages coming on, Will?
Looking good.
Getting there.
I won't stop rolling away.
Put it the other end.
Put it in the middle.
There we go. Oh. Rubs up soon.
So I think, despite the fact that we're not actually cooking on gas, we're cooking on electric, I think these are now done. Well, although you didn't see us eat that, it was really good.
Beautiful.
It was good.
Really nice sausages actually. And when we came here last time, just over 3 years ago, Will's uncle was telling us how Australian sausages are really rubbish because they have rules or something about they're not allowed to put anything in them.
It's
like
the quantity of meat, so they're very meaty.
Very meaty and not very tasty because they don't add other stuff. So they were really tasty, like Italian flavoured ones.
Good.
So I'm wondering whether there's been a
Rule change.
or something. But so yeah, lovely.
And later on in the week, we've got
Roo burgers.
kangaroo burgers. Not really sure about that, to be honest.
Well, when in Australia.
Eat the local wildlife.
It's not that they're going to be farmed, aren't they?
Doesn't feel right though, does it? You wouldn't eat koala.
No, well they're endangered. I don't think roos are endangered, are they?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't particularly like them anyway, but that's a whole different story for another day. Anyway, so onward with the evening then.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. We are in the hills behind Coffs Harbour at a place called
The Sealy
Forest Sky Pier.
Sealy Lookout.
Yeah, this lookout pier is 15 metres high and extends out 21 metres over the mountains and the coast. And it's looking a bit changeable.
Alright, full tourist mode.
Brits on tour. The sunglasses are on because I still haven't put any makeup on after we went diving this morning.
It's basically dark, you've got sunglasses on.
Well, it means I don't have to worry about eye makeup. Well, sandals just means that you can use towels to get dried, doesn't it?
Oh, I just had a full body shiver then. Why did
Bearing in mind it was like 28, 29 degrees yesterday, only 100 miles up the road.
So why did we leave that nice warm place we were in about 3 hours ago? Oh, this cold raining place. Although very high here, aren't we? That's why it's going to be a bit cooler up here too.
Seen bananas and avocados
Incredible.
growing by the side of the road.
Yes.
Being sold $2 for 2 kilos of bananas. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So that's only just over £1, UK pound.
Can we go and find somewhere in some...
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. So if in doubt, when you come to Australia and it's raining and you need something to do, grab another coffee. That's the answer, because the coffee you get pretty much is universally amazing. You know, this is just a normal touristy kind of place. You can see the coffee shop behind me. It's in the UK, you'd think it's going to be some nasty old bean to cup, but in this country, absolutely not. They know exactly what to do with coffee over here.
In fairness,
cheers.
if it's bean to cup machine, it's still rubbish.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to find a barista.
You do need to find somebody who knows what they're doing. But invariably,
But
they've got...
generally, somebody who's got a machine knows what they're doing.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. So you join us at Coffs Harbour, a little campsite, well, big campsite called Big Four. It's actually a bit more of a holiday park than a campsite. So there's another kiddies play area, swimming pool, jumping cushion and all those kind of manner of things. So this is just a sort of bit of a view. So we've got an amenities block over there and a very noisy gull of some description down there, loving life. And we have managed to bag ourselves yet another ensuite pitch. So if I come in back up down here, you can see our lovely Maui van there, and there is our concrete slab next to the pitch and our ensuite room. So let's just take you in here and show you what we have in this little lovely room. So you get your own key set, and in we come. And so Will's just finished in here, so it's all looking a bit steamy. But toilet, sink, some hooks, nice big shower, lovely big shower enclosure there. They provide you with a bath mat and then some cleaning equipment on the back of the door, so a broom and a mop and things just to keep it nice and tidy. Lovely and well ventilated. And the thing that's great in here, which you don't need that often in Australia, but not only do you get lights and a fan, you get heaters. Now those big boys are something like 240 watts a piece, or 250, 60 watts a piece. And I tell you what, that works. They're lovely and warm, just to give you that little bit of heat if you need it in here. And but yeah, it's great. I'm really liking this. So today we're off down south again, a little bit further. A place that I'm always going to get the way that you say it wrong, which is something like Port Macquarie, just north of Sydney. So we're heading down there. We've got 2 nights down there. Not a ensuite pitch on that particular one, but the location of the campsite is really good and close into town, so we'll show you that when we get there.
Did you successfully find the bins?
I did. There's far more bins. These people have just been lazy using these bins.
We've seen the ibis attacking the bins somewhat, haven't we?
Yeah,
so.
they're like the seagulls of the UK.
Pests.
Yeah, but they are protected, apparently.
Yeah, so don't go kicking an ibis.
Yeah, not allowed. Not allowed.
Probably peck you anyway. Right, so we're off again. I think we're going to nip into town, aren't we? Because we haven't even seen
Need
Coffs
coffee.
Harbour.
Need a proper coffee.
We need coffee from Coffs Harbour.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a look round because we haven't seen anything here, and then I think we're heading down again, aren't we?
Down again, Port Macquarie, Macquarie, don't know. It's south
all the same
anyway.
place.
It's about 2 hours south of here.
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure out what we can maybe try and do today down there, because tomorrow Australia has designated the Thursday the National Day of Mourning for the Queen. So that's our one day that's there, unfortunately.
Everywhere's going to be shut, I think.
Yeah, so we just need to try and figure out what we might be able to do today, or squeeze in on Friday morning before we head off again.
Which includes going to a supermarket.
Hospital.
Well, I was going to say a supermarket again, so we can get some more beers in.
He wants beer.
But you want to go to the koala
koalas.
hospital? Yeah, okay. Right, let's crack on. A bit dark in here.
Welcome to Dark Arts. This is a coffee shop in one of the lanes behind Coffs Harbour. Yeah, quite a
Dark.
place. Quite different. Like really big, old-fashioned tables and chairs and things, and it's quite cool.
Oh, it looks like they've got things properly sorted here. This is an oversized vehicle space for bus, RV and trailer parking only.
Look how small our bus is.
And look at that. Wow. Yes, it's a win.
Out a bit more about the more recent history of the jetty, and you'll be probably quite astonished to know actually that on the 11th of April 1970 Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II arrived off the Royal Yacht Britannia with her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, and that was to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the discovery of the east coast of Australia by Captain James Cook on HMS Endeavour. So what an amazing place actually to be.
And Princess Anne was on that one as well.
Was she on that one as well?
She was, yeah.
And Princess Anne as well. So yeah, the Royal Yacht Britannia has been to this jetty at Coffs Harbour.
That's really special.
Which is really quite special. Considering we're in the national mourning period for the Queen's passing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the jetty was completed originally in 1892.
Yeah, and its final extension was in 1946.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's also been some conservation projects on it as well in the late 90s and the early 2000s to keep it as it is. So what an amazing place. And we've seen a turtle as well.
It's a good find. Yeah, and a turtle
lovely
too.
find. Yeah. This is where we started. Oh, way down here. That's where we were last couple of nights. And we've come a little bit further down. And last night there. And then now we are here. Just outside Port Macquarie. Sorry to anybody if I'm getting it completely wrong. And then, after that, we'll be heading further and further down here. Heading somewhere in here before we go to drop the van off.